Well, today was a very unintentionally blockbuster day here in the NFL as two big time trades went down that 100% shape the future of the title picture in the NFL, especially in this upcoming 2026 2027 season. It starts right here, where earlier on today, the Cleveland Browns decided to deal probably arguably the best player in football, definitely probably the top pass rusher in football, Myles Garrett, to who else but the team that loves to continuously give away their draft picks in the LA Rams. There down below is the official trade right there. LA trades a first round pick in 2027, a second round pick in 2028, and a third round pick in 2029, as well as third-year pro Jared Verse to Cleveland in exchange for Myles Garrett. And honestly, when I first looked at this trade, my first reaction was, what the heck are the Cleveland Browns doing? Why are you giving up your biggest name? Why are you giving up your best player? Why in the world are you giving him up for anything less than 2 first-round draft picks? But to be honest, in all honesty, I don't think that this haul for Myles Garrett is terrible at all. First of all, Jared Verse is a very young and very solid pass rusher in the NFL. Yes, he is no Myles Garrett, but 7.5 sacks last year, 35 plus solo tackles overall, three forced fumbles. The dude definitely creates turnovers. He has an uncanny ability to be able to get into the backfield. And to be honest, however you really want to slice things here for the Cleveland Browns, as great as Myles Garrett is, he just was simply not on their timeline. Sure, he's an incredible player, but he's a player that overall was probably going to get them more wins than they needed, devaluing some of their draft picks, and overall was a guy who just simply wasn't happy anymore. And with new head coach Todd Monken coming in and probably bringing a more offensive look, with the fact of the matter that you're likely going to need 3, 4, 5 years to develop Shedeur Sanders and even develop a whole wide offense around him and get him enough weapons for him to be successful, Myles Garrett is just not going to be a good enough player for you in 4 to 5 years and realistically being your game plan. The fact that you can get a 2027 pick next year in a very, very stacked class and then add in a second round and third rounder. Again, would I love to swap out that second rounder and third rounder for another first rounder? Yes, of course. But overall, I don't think that this is really bad on Cleveland's part. For LA, this is amazing for them. I am a little bit confused in terms of giving up the big time haul that they gave up, just simply because they just drafted Ty Simpson. Matthew Stafford is definitely going to be leaving within the next year or at a max level 2 years. I definitely believe that they need to really start focusing at putting some solid young talent around Ty Simpson because yes, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams is great, but guys like Devontae Adams are beginning to show some age. Some of those guys have had injury issues in the past. You just need to start building a little bit more around Ty Simpson going forward. And the LA Rams defense, while it might look impressive right now, is a little bit light in some areas, even in the secondary, and especially even within the pass rush game, even with this Myles Garrett addition. But overall, I mean, when you look at this from a surface level, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams in the backfield, Blake Corum in that backfield as well, who had a breakout year this year. You have Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua on that side, a pretty well-rounded offensive line. You have Myles Garrett on the other side, Forbes at the cornerback position. You are building a stacked team, and I don't think that it is crazy to say that the LA Rams should 100% at least be one of two front runners to win the Super Bowl title this year. Probably still behind my Denver Broncos, I'll say, just because I'm biased. Let's be completely honest here. But that wasn't the only trade that happened. It wasn't the only big time trade that happened for an AFC team because the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots finally came to an agreement on a deal that has been rumored for months at this point, probably ever since Mike Vrabel got to New England, which was trading A.J. Brown to the Patriots. Now, New England ended up giving up their first round pick in 2028 and a fifth round pick in 2027. Not a lot of big time surprises here from either side in terms of the haul that you get. First round pick, maybe a little bit steep for A.J. Brown, in my opinion, but overall, in 2028, the Patriots are likely going to be very, very good in 2028 still. I don't think that it's really a huge thing. And then 2027 fifth round pick. What are the odds that that guy is realistically going to become a big time player for the Philadelphia Eagles? Although they do seem to draft really well, even so late. So overall, I think that it's even. Philly gets another dart throw late in the first round, and the New England Patriots get a much needed target for Drake May. Obviously lost Stephon Diggs, obviously lost Kendrick Bourne. They needed to get somebody much more impactful and physical on the outside boundary. Kyle Williams is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but to me, he definitely presents more speed, athleticism. He shows, more of an uncanny ability to be able to sneak behind defenses in the deep secondary. That's where his talent shows. But getting somebody to go body to body with opposing cornerbacks, being solid within the red zone, that's where A.J. Brown can really fit here. Now, the only thing that you really are concerned about is A.J. Brown as both a talent and a personality. There has been rumors of friction in pretty much every single space that he's been in, whether it was Philly or Tennessee. His level of play has dropped off a little bit. There have been moments where he has missed some games. There are some question marks here for A.J. Brown. He's not necessarily the type of receiver that I would necessarily have a big-time cash in on. If you're wanting my honest opinion, and again, I might be a little bit biased, but I do think that somebody like Jalen Waddle would definitely be a more desirable type of receiver to go after than an A.J. Brown. And that's why I do like the Denver Broncos deal here, because Waddle hasn't dealt with a ton of injury in his career, dealt with a little bit last season, but overall has shown a consistent ability to hit 1,000 yards every single season, and overall has never really been a big-time personality or big loudmouth within the locker room. So there are some concerns there for New England, but with the moves that Denver has made, with the moves that the Rams have made now, with Seattle still being at the top of their game, they definitely needed somebody big-time impactful. They needed to add on to that receiver core. Still, in my opinion, need to add a little bit more onto that offensive line. But overall, this is going to be a solid target. It's somebody that Mike Vrabel knows very, very well, can coach him, maybe calm him down a little bit, and hopefully that connection along with Drake May can push the New England Patriots over the edge to grab a Super Bowl title. So overall, if I had to rate all these deals, I think here for Philly, I would probably rate it probably about a B to B minus, just simply because it's based on who they can get late in that first round. They have shown the ability to get uncanny talent late, but we are still 2 years away from that draft. For New England, I probably rated about a B, B plus as well, just because you don't necessarily know what you're going to get out of A.J. Brown, both on and off the field, but you do have him in the right situation and system where he can be successful. So I think that that pays off. As here for the Rams and the Browns, I'm going to give the Browns probably like a C plus, just because I would have liked to seen another first-round pick be added into it overall. But I don't think that they did terrible on this deal. And then as for the Rams, probably rate it probably an A minus or B plus as well. Again, Myles Garrett is an incredible talent. There's no question that he pushes them over edge within the title picture. But this is a team that is going to have to start realizing that there's going to be a day where Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua and especially Devontae Adams is not going to be there. I get wanting to go all in, but they're going to have to deal with the consequences going forward. So let me know what you guys think about these deals down below within the comment section. Who did you like? Who did you not like? Who won? Who lost these trades? So let me know about all of that down below within the comment section, as well as liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this video with your friends. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow us on all social medias, that being TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. All of those apps are going to be down below. We're on all of those social medias. You will get to see my latest reactions to breaking news within the NBA, the NFL, and combat sports. And you will also never forget for whenever the podcast decides to upload an episode. And without further ado, guys, that's all that I have for you guys today. I will see you guys on the next one. Hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. And peace.